If
Yeah,
I remember correctly, it wasn't a lot of meetings, was it, Lee?
No, I don't
I
think
didn't
so.
think it was. It was
Because
just
the whole template is done,
It's
and
just
typically
changes.
it's one or two or certain,
Yeah, it was- It was very little,
chapters that
yeah, it
had
was
to
very
be
little
updated.
the last time we had to do
Yeah,
it.
depending on when it is, I mean, I could, schedule some time to work from home,
But I don't think it's like several times during the summer
Doesn't matter to
meeting.
me, I mean, it is, I guess, who wants to jump in and do it? Okay, who doesn't wanna do it, I guess.
well, I know that we've never had any issues with John being on it,
Right,
police chief being on it.
alright,
Jeff,
so.
you didn't have any problems, I
John
was there.
again.
And yeah, you
What
was,
do you, what titles are you putting in?
Emergency management director, yeah,
John.
John Wigan.
Yep,
Do we have an assistant emergency management director?
no,
No, so that is blank.
NA,
Staff coordinator, the hazmat committee, is that gonna be Steve?
Steve, yep,
Steve, it's.
Lauren? Steve.
Lauren, LA,
Laurin.
LAURIN.
And we have Lean.
Fire chief is going in.
That's John.
Again, yep,
That's
John Wiggins again.
It's J-O-N, right, for him?
Yeah,
JON,
yeah.
yep.
Yeah,
Do we have a deputy chief or all?
yeah, we
They
do.
don't need that though,
No,
do they?
really,
Oh,
we're a small town,
Yeah,
no,
well, let's
really.
go,
Please,
Police
please.
chief.
Dan Scoop, yep,
SKULT?
yep,
Sergeant would be
I don't-
Large.
But I would go
That's-
NA, I'd go NA on that
yeah,
too for now.
because that's an alternate thing.
Yeah, that's an alternate. Medical services chief or officer, do we have such a thing?
That'd be John as well, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Agent,
Jeff
Jeff
Crosby. Code enforcement, that'd be John again.
Yep,
Why don't we just designate John to do all of it?
well, he was pretty involved last time.
Yeah,
He
I can
covered-
see that.
He did all those jobs.
So, yeah,
It wasn't
yeah,
it wasn't a homework
right,
assignments with it or anything, it was,
I think it's
a
gonna.
lot of
work.
stuff was able to be done, you had the homework, and you had to dovetail with
yeah, I think we had,
Stephanie.
Barbara was involved
Yeah.
in the beginning too.
I think a lot
She
of
was
this
gonna
is
do it, you're still gonna be, but you know what I mean, it's kinda, it
I think
wasn't,
a lot of this is a formality, just to
Yeah.
make it look good.
exactly, that's what I mean, it wasn't a lot of meetings, very,
I'll
few
have to
meetings.
contact the conservation commission, I know Jimmy Stone did this when he was here.
Yes, he
But
did,
he's no
Yeah.
longer.
yeah, I was gonna say, he won't be
And
there.
so we have,
Name somebody for accounting.
We
No.
have one.
No,
we don't have one.
so that's blank, wastewater is blank, water treatment's blank, board of selectmen. Flip a coin?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like, depends on the schedule.
I mean, cause they're gonna be right in Concord, I work in Concord, I mean, for me, it's only gonna be a couple hours off of work, I can do
They
it.
don't meet here?
They meet
Oh,
here,
they meet
Media.
yeah.
I thought they meet at the central
No.
information.
That,
She
you're
comes to us.
asking for the whole town to go up to there? No, there's one person to come here.
Yeah, one
That's what
person
she gets paid
travels.
big bucks for.
She
Yeah.
comes to us.
I
She
mean,
comes to
okay,
us.
then if you wanna work from home and put yourself down.
Yeah, I mean, I can, and it's not,
Don't matter to me.
I just need to know when it is, I just, need advance notice, that's all.
Well, how about, you put either one, both of us down in case
Yeah,
one can't
put
make
both,
it?
one is an
Yeah.
alternate, yeah.
Yep,
It isn't like
That way
it
we-
costs the
yeah.
town any money to
Right.
have us show up.
No. So it'll be Tom,
You could do all three if you want, 'cause
Yeah.
yeah, and have you
Either one.
rotate.
Yeah, then,
I know
whoever's
That
it's
sounds good.
volunteering,
no,
Yeah.
that's good.
That sounds
okay.
like a good
Good
idea.
one, Bob.
Yeah, absolutely. So Tom first, Bob second, Brian third.
Yeah.
whatever.
I'm kidding.
I don't think so, it's not the way I wrote it.
So which way is it? I don't remember them.
Yeah, you put my name last.
No, I didn't.
I got your name
Tom did.
first, I got your name first there, Bob.
Gee, let's not all jump at once.
I'll,
See, this way, it depends what
Yeah.
day it falls on, and if
Yeah.
it's an open
I
day.
mean, if
Same,
they have,
same with me, it's, don't know when it
and
is.
if they had more of us here, it wouldn't hurt either.
Right.
Sure.
who's retired in the conservation commission that can do this?
I don't know.
I'd get a hold of Brett and ask him for a name.
Yeah,
Yep,
So conservation member is to be determined.
yeah.
okay.
Well, why don't we put Brett's name in just for argument purposes, till he designates. And we'll just say TBD.
Yeah.
TBD.
Planning board member, again, same thing with Ken
Yep.
and George.
Yep.
I mean, Ken wanna do it?
Planning board is Ken.
Yeah, last time
Yep.
Ken did it, I know that was.
Ken. Sweezy.
And
other town board, commission representation, you have anybody else?
We don't have anybody else.
So those two last ones are NA?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it really affects the transfer station or the cemeteries or
Not the library.
library, I don't know what it affects them really. Cause it's mitigation, it's gonna be more for.
Yep.
You know, emergency services, you know, roads and buildings and such. I mean, the only thing's gonna affect the library is if a tree falls on it.
Well, yeah, a lot of that stuff was, you know, who's gonna be in charge of relaying the information to the public,
Mhm.
which would be the selectmen.
Mhm.
Who's gonna be in charge of setting up the stand for the selectmen to do it. It was all silly stuff like that, it's like.
Good stand, we're just gonna sit here and say.
No, that's what I mean,
The
No.
podium.
in a large
Yeah.
organization,
Yeah.
a 50,000
City of
person
Manchester
committee,
makes
yeah,
sense.
but a lot of the stuff was,
Can we get the FEMA jackets like the
Yeah.
Walt Patrick wore?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Huh?
Maybe, I don't know.
Huh?
Maybe you can ask.
What's
But
your
that's-
size, we'll write it down so we get them.
There's a lot of stuff like that in there.
Yeah.
But that's all done now, it's just,
Mm.
Oh, would that be, that'd be considered, above and beyond, you know, what we can do ethically to accept the gifts.
Yeah, we'd have to buy those.
Yeah, FEMA jackets, like, yeah, we need them like we need a hole in the head.
We get the old area helmets out.
Civil defense.
Exactly.
Little triangle.
Yeah, with the triangle. Yellow helmet.
Yeah, I remember those.
Yeah, so if we have the conservation commission member, we'll have 11.
Seven
They're-
different people?
They're recommending 10 to 12, but 10.
Well, I think we,
Two,
Oh, wait a minute, I'm counting John 4 times.
but it's all right, it's fine.
so actually, we'd only have 8 people.
Well, we are a small town, there's nothing we
Use
can
it,
do about
yeah.
it.
Use them all 4 times, it counts.
John Wigan 4
Are you
times.
counting 3 selectmen as 3?
Oh, no, because they wouldn't be here all
oh,
day.
we may not
Potentially,
be.
I mean, we
Could
could
be,
be,
but
but
may not
doubtful,
be.
you know, it'd be like whoever can make it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's a good way, we'll just leave it as whoever can make it.
Yeah, I think that's a good number we have there.
Alrighty.
That's the goal, but
Yeah, goals are nice, but, yeah.
Alright, well then, I will make a motion to appoint the Hazardous Mitigation Committee, starting with Emergency Management Director of John Wigan, Staff Coordinator of the Hazardous Mitigation Committee is Steve Lauren, Town Administrator Lean Camaro, Fire Chief of John Wigan, Police Chief Dan Skloot, Emergency Medical Services Chief or Officer John Wigan, Road Agent Jeff Crosby, sorry about that.
That's fine, you're not the first
Yeah,
one.
a little bit. Getting a little tongue tied here. Building Inspector John Wigan. I was expecting to see John Wigan's name there. Board of Selectmen will be one or all, depending on the situation of Tom Grollo, Bob Martell, or Brian Pike. Conservation Commission member to be determined, by the Chair Brett St. Clair. Planning Board member Ken Swayze. That's my motion.
Works for me.
Got a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, any more discussion on this?
No.
Alright, then all those in favor?
Uh,
Welcome aboard, gentlemen.
alright, we'll get that typed up and sent off to Stephanie, and I'll notify everyone that they've been appointed.
They'll be so excited.
Yes. Then we gotta start getting out to the stakeholders here, cause you get the rec committee, library, historical society, school district. Engaged citizens, do we have any engaged citizens?
I think I might be able to get, what's that guy?
John Stevens might be a good one.
John or, Bob Ray might
Yeah,
be
Bob
able,
Ray,
he's
yeah.
retired, I don't know if, John.
Do we have any
is-
major employer? Really to speak of, besides the phone company?
The town.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
so-
school,
The school, the school's the biggest main employer.
Yeah,
Is
really,
this
that's it.
the same list?
No, it's a different one, it's for stakeholders. They can come to the meeting, you know, to be invited to the meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, I think the school,
I think if we put it on Hot Topics and get it out there that, public's welcome for input.
I don't remember any representative from the school being able to do it.
No, it was just,
Just this side of the town.
I mean, the neighboring town, we're in some man direction, so I mean, our only neighboring towns are gonna be Goffstown, Hooksett.
well, I would assume because Goffstown's providing our dispatch, that they would be the town.
Yeah, they're definitely, well, no, they're probably any abutting town, so you get Hopkinton, Hooksett, Goffstown, Bow,
Where?
Ware. There's 5 towns that touch
Yeah.
Dunbarton.
Yeah,
So we should have invites to them, whether they show or not, is their choice.
right, but we can invite them.
Yep. I mean, one of the stakeholders here, so I mean, can we leave this one up to you?
Yep, I will.
You know, unless you wanna delegate it to someone like Joe Murray or somebody like that.
I still have to get involved, so
You have the power to do that.
Yes.
it's quicker to just
Okay.
send an email blast.
Can I have a copy of that, of the list?
I'll
too?
forward it to you.
Thank you.
Alright, we have the legislative bulletin here, it has to do with, committee conferences. So, I don't know if anybody's read it yet, we got it electronically the other day. My initial. Last but not least, Merrimack County public hearing. There will be a public hearing for Merrimack County before the county delegation at 9 AM Monday, June 6th at McDonald Building, 4 Court Street, Lower Conference Room, Concord, New Hampshire.
Can I see that for a minute, please?
What?
I just wanna have you read the name.
The purpose of the meeting is, 1, to consider authorization of bonds in the amount of not more than $15 million for the purpose of renovating the existing McKenna facility to host a community corrections program for county inmates and implementing the countywide Johnson Control Energy Program. At this time, any member of the public may present oral or written testimony regarding the resolution authorizing the bond issue for the purpose of the state above. And you get the special accommodations for individuals with disability made available May 23rd. We received it on May 27th. Right?
Well,
When do we meet?
May 23rd was, oh no, that's the date of the letter. We didn't get it
Yeah.
until
The 27th,
27th, which was Friday, and we were closed on Monday,
gotcha.
so here it is today.
Well, because usually, usually Merrimack County is really good, they'll get it to us, and we'll get it like Friday, and the thing happens that Monday. You know, they don't, like, so we can't even go. 'Cause we-
Right, well, that happens next week, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, this is the first time.
Yeah.
Monday, I think.
That's Monday.
So does anybody wanna go to that? Or not, or does anybody have any interest in that?
No, I can't decline.
No. I'm not sure what it is. Cause you know it's gonna increase our taxes when you're talking a $15 million bond, even if it's gonna get spread out throughout the county.
Yeah.
That was what, June 6th?
Yeah, June 6th at 9 o'clock in the morning.
And that's at 4 Court Street?
Correct, Lowell Love Conference Room.
I'll see what I get on my schedule, and if I can sneak away for an hour or so, I might do that. Or flex my time. Just, peek my head in there. So, that's all we have in the mailbox,
Okay.
folks.
Mm.
Can I see that last one?
I went that way already.
Oh, we got that.
This it?
I find it easy just to look at it myself.
Alrighty, we're on the table. Anything else for the good of the order?
I've been busy in the office with legal inquiry and providing information to them. Auditor should be back in the office, the week of the 13th or the 20th. He hasn't committed to the date, but he said he'd do that before I go on vacation, so we have collected all the data. They've given us the checklist
Mm-hmm.
for, testing, so they'll come in and look at that. So I've been sending a lot of extra information to him, his way as well, so.
Retirement, weren't they gonna reopen up, the audit on us again?
I think after I spoke to her and the information I gave her, she said that there shouldn't be an issue. If
Okay.
anything, it would fall on the employee's, responsibility, but, they would follow up with, what I guess what I gave them was enough information, so.
Cool. So are we tracking, the fire folks and all that stuff from their way?
They're being reported, for volunteer. John would provide that for me. So he's in the system under the payroll for the inspector, and I just have to get the information from John. And that has to be confirmed that they have to One of the auditors just sent me an inquiry today about the stipend that they get,
Yeah.
so I think it's still in the air, up in the air as to whether we have to report the volunteer hours for the firefighters.
Well, I mean, I know the question was regarding, like, for Allison, using her as an example, when her time on the, 250th committee was being counted as a volunteer,
No, that was not counted,
wasn't
they, and we checked on that.
it? Okay.
It was not a paid position, it was not, whereas the volunteers on the
Mhm.
fire department get a stipend, so that's a paid position.
Yep. So. And they're a little bit different, they're kinda like a pseudo employee. Cool.
It wasn't a regular paid hours either.
No.
When you take their stipend divided by and create an hourly rate, some years they were $3 and something per hour that they averaged.
Mhm.
So it's not like your typical 60,
No.
regular pay. I think that's the big difference there. I'm sure we'll be hearing back from them.
I was on the back, I have a list of stuff from, I left it at work. But anyway.
I got two things.
Yep.
Do we know when the, Gorham Pond, education, I forget what they call that person, the, when we talked about the weeds,
The, host,
Lou-
host, yeah, when do they start manning the dock down there?
They already have, they're diving down there, I think.
No, not diving, the ones that educate the boaters when they show up,
volunteers and the
The-
paid person.
I
the
know,
host or whatever they call
I
it.
thought it was Memorial Day that they started, I can double check on that, but I
Well,
thought he started around
There wasn't
May.
anybody there.
This
I'm
weekend?
asking.
Okay.
I was there.
Weed watchers is what you wanna know, when they
Yeah,
start.
yeah, cause I was there on, lost track of the days. Monday, I think it was.
I know that I've been assisting Lou and we have, oh, maybe I didn't put it here, I put it outside on the board.
Yeah.
I've been, it's on Hot Topics and it's out on the board,
Yeah.
the hiring for that person.
Yeah, I didn't know when they
To
made
try
it, cause I was there when I was going there.
Yeah,
Also the kiosk down there, I don't know if they leave pamphlets or whatever, but there weren't any pamphlets either.
okay,
I just noticed that while I was fishing. And, how does this has to do with the ambulance service provided by the town. What I remember is that there was a third-party biller, right, that
Mhm.
did the billing for it?
Yep.
How is the fee determined what will be billed?
Yeah, we have a contract with them.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's,
are you
it's
talking
spelled
about
out
the
in
fire
the-
department and the emergency?
Yeah, the ambulance.
Yep.
does
We
that
met,
work?
well, we had a contract with Concord in the
Yep.
past, they did
With the
all our,
hospital.
the hospital, yeah,
Right.
they did all of our billing and,
Okay.
they, after insurance, they went for collections.
Okay,
This now company, Concord's no longer doing it, so the company that's taken over is Comstar. And they went through, both John and I, he sat here end of summer, last July, August, and we went over all of that, and they made some good recommendations. Based on the information that they got from Concord, cause we gave them permission to get that, that he decided and recommended that we increase our rates for the
okay, so
fees.
that's, alright, so
So
we set
all-
that rate.
We set that rate
Okay.
and,
Mhm.
and John, approved it, so,
Okay.
because the gentleman helping us said that he found that we were low.
So, and this is my example, cause it's me, but I have a bill that I need to pay. Am I gonna get a bill from the town, or do I pay it to the third party?
The third party handles
Okay.
it all.
Alright.
Yep, there's no money that's,
So I'm not gonna see a bill from the town? Okay.
Nope.
Alright, thanks, curious, didn't know. Cause it took them forever to bill, I just got the bill
oh,
from
did they?
January.
I know that they were getting online with getting the different insurance
Yeah,
companies that all
maybe
were,
that's what it was, yeah, but,
in the,
Yeah.
I guess there's a pool or something that they
Yeah.
have to go through.
okay,
Be interested in getting that insurance name, find out why. Cause they also have to work with the treasurer to get bank deposit slips and authorization to make the deposits and that type of thing.
Gee, that shouldn't be hard, we want money in our account, come on,
yeah,
that should be a no-brainer.
There's still a lot of paperwork
Yeah, I know.
involved,
I know,
to get everybody
they
involved.
put money in, they could always find a way to take it out too.
okay, No, was it?
I'm good at this point, you, sir?
I'm all set.
When did we figure out when the bridge is gonna happen?
Next week.
2017.
I was kidding.
2 weeks, 2 weeks.
I'll be back in 2 weeks, that's the last I heard.
I was just kidding, Joe.
Do I get that week off?
It falls on the 30th, yes.
When Lee's on vacation?
Right.
Okay.
How are we doing on the budget? Yours?
Fantastic.
Hmm?
Fantastic.
Good. Yeah, we probably ought to see the, other department heads in here on occasion, so we can go over the budget with them and such.
Yeah, I mean, we really haven't.
The end of the month, I'll be giving you the second quarter's
Yeah.
expenses.
Maybe the first meeting in July that we have.
Okay.
Just touch base with us so everybody's on the same page.
Cause I know that they're all pretty good about asking for, even yourselves,
Mhm.
short reports, detailed, just so you would know where you stand with your.
Yep.
Yes, because we have a meeting Tuesday for the
Yep.
cemetery.
Yep.
So I've already reached out to them, status
Yep.
to where we're.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cause we've got the
The warrant.
encumbered,
Right,
warrant,
Yep.
funded the warrant.
and then the rainbow budget.
Yep.
So we've got 3 different ones.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Getting detail or just summary?
Well, it's easy, yours is short enough, I always give you detail,
Yeah,
just so
it'd
you.
be nice.
that's
Cause then
not-
you can correct, you have time to
Mhm.
correct it and say, I'll
Right.
move it to this account or whatever.
Great. You said you're all set, right?
Yep.
Alright, public comment?
None
Jeff?
for me.
Leo? Alright, hearing none, we'll close public comment. Going once, twice, and a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Alright, all those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, folks.
Roll, anytime.
Okay.
Appreciate it.